Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to your channel Learn Data Science with Pranjal. So it has been long time since I posted any video on the channel, but since New Year is about to start, so I thought that people can start their New Year with learning something new. So I have created a small video on a very interesting and untouched topic, which is almost not covered in most of the previous videos, and that is your explainable AI. Can we explain the AI? So normally we do the analysis, we build our algorithm, we do our prediction, before prediction we do our sampling and all those things. And when our algorithm does the prediction, we measure the accuracy of the model. So how much is the accuracy and all those things. But we are never able to answer that what were the reasons that the predictions were made. So if a model is saying that you belong to class 0, then what's the reason that it says that you belong to class 0? Or when the model says that you belong to class 1, then what's the reason that you belong to class 1? So what were the reasons why this prediction was made? So there, for example, let's say neural networks. It is a very uh, complicated algorithm, gives a very good result. But then what were the conditions that why the prediction of a particular prediction was made? So let's say you are trying to identify whether the image was cat or dog. An algorithm says that this image is of cat or this image is of dog. Then why cat, why dog? Right? So in this video, we will try to find, can we explain AI? So definitely not about neural networks, but let's say other algorithms. Beyond the neural networks, can we explain those algorithms? So we will see that explainable AI. Okay, so for that, what I have done is I am using a library in Python, that is your LIME. So LIME stands for your local interpretable model agnostic. So this LIME package, or you can say library, can be used for your explanation. So you build your normal model, what you have been building, and then you use your LIME for explaining it. So let's get started. So basically, the data set which I have taken is very simple, because over here my aim is to explain how to use the LIME and the predictions, the results which a line gives, how to read those, interpret those results. So this is a same data set which I have been using in my previous knowledge videos. So over here, let me quickly talk what is my loan status. Loan status is my target variable, where 0 is that your loan is rejected and 1 is that your loan is approved. And then you have number of other parameters based upon which your loan would be approved or rejected. So you have gender, married, dependent, education, self-employed, applicant income, co-applicant income, loan amount, and there are a number of other parameters. So in this line, the cell number 28, I have done my data cleaning part. So I am not explaining this data cleaning part. And then in cell number 30, I have divided my data into X and Y. So basically the minus one, your target variable is at the end. And line number 31, I am building my random forest. And over here, from cell number 32, the your actual interpretation explainable AI starts. So let me explain this. So import line, and from line import line tabular, and these are these. Then I'm creating a instance. I'm saying explainer equal to line tabular explainer, and I'm converting my cr underscore x into an array format, and feature names is equal to crx column. So I'm extracting the column names. So all the column names starting from gender and till your property area I'm extracting over here. Then there are two levels in my target variable, either 0 and 1. So instead of saying 0 and 1, what I've said is 0 is mapped to your rejected and approved is mapped to your 1. Right? So that when we get a table, we can understand it. And then what I'm doing is I am running this thing. I'm saying explainable, explain instance, and I'm running it for the first record. So over here I have given 0. So it means I am running it for the first record. And this is your predicted PROBA. So I am doing the prediction in probabilities and I'm saying explain the probabilities. Okay. And then it shows you in the notepad. So at line number 33, you will get a certain output. The output I have taken it on the Word document so that I can explain it better. So over here it is the explanation. So it says rejected and approved. So probability of rejected is 0.59, probability of approved is 0.49. sorry, 0.41, and if you add 0.59 and 0.41, you get answer as 1. So probabilities are within 0 and 1 and they add up to 1. And it also gives you the reason why it was approved or rejected. And it says that, so the rejected is marked in blue and the approved is marked in your kind of orange color. And it says that it is rejected. Why? Because property area is 2. And the reasons which have played the important role in rejection was property area is greater than 2. And similarly in the feature value also you can see that property area is 3, and that is why it has been rejected. So property area 3 over here indicates that the property was not in the urban area but it was in the kind of rural area, and that is why your loan is getting rejected. And let's talk about the second record. So over here I am saying ILOC 1. So it means I am doing the I am trying to explain the result for the second record. And let's see what's the values we are getting for the. So this is the output for the second record. It says that rejection probability is 0.07 and the approved probability is 0.93. So finally the loan would have been approved because the probability for approval is much higher. And what were the reasons why the loan was approved? The reasons why loan was approved was of the loan amount term. So loan amount term and married were given the high preference while approving your loan. And you can also see what were the feature values which played the importance. So the yellow is indicating your approved. So since your loan amount term was around 360 and married, it was the person was married, loan amount was 66 and property area was 2. So those were the reasons which went in favor of approval, and the values which went in favor of rejections were co-applicant income, applicant income, dependent and self-employed. Okay, so this is how you can explain that which factors are playing your role in loan approval and which factors are playing your role in your loan rejection. Let's talk about one more record. So over here I am saying ILOC 4. It means I am talking about the fifth record. I am talking about the fifth record. So over here it has given the 100% probability, that is 1, probability 1 for approval and probability 0 for rejection. And why it was so? Because loan amount term was somewhere around 0.13 and applicant income was greater than 38500. So all these factors have played the big role in your approval. So now let's say if you are rejecting a loan of a person and the person asks you, okay, why was my loan rejected? Then you have a definite answer that, okay, your loan was rejected based upon these conditions. Okay, so this increases your basically your customer experience. So customer, though his loan has been rejected, but he's still not that angry with your performance and the bank because you have given him the sufficient reasons that why the loan was rejected. Let's take another data set. So this is a new data set. Over here our problem statement is that we want to find out the price range. So basically your price range is either 0, 1, 2 and 3. So if it is price range is 0, it means it is a very low cost, 1 means it is an average, 2 means it is high and 1 means it's very high. Right? So based upon certain factors, what could be the cost of the mobile? Let's quickly talk about the data. So you have your battery power, you have your clock speed, whether it has dual SIM, 4GB, whether it's 4G, internal memory, memory depth, mobile weight, number of cores, pixel height, pixel width, what is a RAM, talk time. So there are number of, whether it has 3G, touch screen, all those things. Okay. So again, I have built a random forest classifier, and the class names I have taken low, medium, high, and very costly. Right. So they are in the same order: low, medium, high, and very costly. And then I am trying to do the prediction for different records. Okay, so over here I've done it on the fourth record, and not fourth but actually fifth record, and let's see what's the output. Okay, so it says that that mobile belongs under the category medium, and the probability for medium is 0.87, probability for low is 0.02, probability for high is 0.08, and very costly is 0.03. And you add all of them, you get answer as 1. And then why is it falling under medium? So let's say if you have to justify the customer that okay, you have identified this as a medium category mobile, then why? So the reasons over here given are very, very clear. So it says that since your RAM is less than 1205 and internal memory is greater than 32 and less than a particular amount, and your touch screen, so it is not touch screen, and then you have your pixel widths are greater than 874. So all these things have played the role that it is in your medium category. Okay, and you can also see that mobile depth is greater than 0.50 and it is less than 0.80, and your Bluetooth is greater than zero point 0, greater than 00 and less than 1.0. Let's take one more record and try to see. So over here it says that the probability for very costly is 0.92. So it means this mobile is definitely a costly mobile because probability is very high. And that is, and then it gives you the reasons also. It says that RAM is greater than 3064. Battery power is greater than 1615. Number of cores are greater than 7. And clock speed is less than 0.01. So basically we can see that RAM greater than 3000 and battery power greater than 1615, and we know that if a RAM and battery power of mobile are very good, then mobile has to be a very costly mobile. So it gives you the explanation also that why it is very costly, right? So this is how basically your part of your explainable eye. You not only do the prediction, but you are also able to explain that why a particular prediction was made. So if you are deciding between two or more categories, then why a decision was made. So this basically also helps you to take the more informed decisions and also increases the customer experience. So with this, we come to the end of this knowledge video. I hope people enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you soon in my next video. Till that time, happy learning.